The content of this video reflects the knowledge and experience which I got in my life. While I aim to share valuable insights based on my personal experiences, the information presented is for general informational purposes only. The planet Mercury represents education and all forms of stored information. It can be seen as a knowledge bank. All kinds of data and information related to knowledge fall under Mercury's domain. Some of its associated aspects include documents, media, journalism, printing, business partnerships, consultancy, agencies, intermediaries, brokers, and registration departments. Mercury symbolizes flexibility. In a birth chart, it can act independently or be influenced by your will. It gives both voluntary and involuntary functions to the house in which it is placed. Let's understand this concept with an example. To illustrate voluntary and involuntary motion, consider the human body. Most external body parts are voluntary, meaning they function according to your will. You can choose to speak or remain silent, walk or stay still, move your hands or keep them still. On the other hand, internal organs largely operate involuntarily, functioning without your conscious control. Examples include the heartbeat, liver, intestines, gallbladder, uterus, kidneys, and even digestion, which all occur automatically. However, there is one organ that can be both voluntary and involuntary: the lungs. They can function according to your will. You can consciously control your breathing, or automatically, breathing happens without thinking. This dual nature is a characteristic of Mercury. Both zodiac signs ruled by Mercury, Gemini and Virgo, exhibit this blend of voluntary and involuntary functions. You can exert control over these two houses in your chart, but they can also operate autonomously. In summary, the house where Mercury is placed, as well as the signs of Gemini and Virgo in a birth chart, will have both voluntary and involuntary characteristics. Another significant aspect of Mercury is its association with validation. Mercury-dominated individuals seek proof and are unlikely to believe anything without evidence. They also tend to accept things based on choices or conditions. For example, if Mercury is placed in the 7th house, which represents partnerships in life and business, including marriage and business relationships, the individual may enter into these partnerships based on specific conditions, or impose conditions after marriage or after starting a business. If Mercury is in the Lagna, ascendant, the person is likely to impose conditions on others. To summarize, the houses associated with Gemini, Virgo, and Mercury will bring conditions into the concerned person's life. Mercury is also linked to the concept of early death. The house where Mercury is placed, as well as the signs of Gemini and Virgo, can indicate early death in a family. For instance, if Mercury is in the 4th house, it may point to an early death in the mother's family. If it is in the 9th house, it could suggest early death in the father's family, and in the 7th house, it may indicate early death in the spouse's family. However, this association with early death should be understood as one of many astrological rules, since early death can occur in any family. In conclusion, Mercury governs both voluntary and involuntary functions, brings conditions, and may indicate early death in certain contexts. These effects apply to the house where Mercury is placed and the houses associated with Gemini and Virgo.